What are the unique challenges that you might have faced or opportunities that you might have gotten because you are a woman in product?
I don't know if it's fair to say there are more disadvantages than advantages. Probably not. I think there's two sides to the coin. I've had a unique career in that I started my career in marketing, and maybe 10 years ago I pivoted to product management. When I was a marketing leader, I led a team that was predominantly women. Marketing as a function has a higher skew of women because it's considered a creative function, versus product management, which is considered more technical, just automatically has a much larger ratio of men to women. And so I remember my very first time leading a product organization. I led a team of all men, and I worked with an engineering team that also looked exactly like that. So it was very challenging to constantly feel like your voice sounds different in a room. You're struggling to be heard in conversations, right? And I think that tends to be a challenge. And today things look different from 10 years ago. Obviously, things have gotten a lot better, but it continues to be a challenge, right? So I think number one, not having enough people exactly like you. So if you have a vision of what you want to be 5 years from now, if there aren't enough people who look like you who do that today, it is challenging, and you wonder what are your chances at success in a space like that, right? I think number two, what was possibly interesting is I feel product management as a space needs you to influence without authority massively, right? You do not own a lot of different functions, and you're going to have to go influence a whole bunch of people to walk in your direction, hopefully. And I do feel this is a potentially a gross generalization, and I also want to caveat it by saying I'm a woman and also an Asian woman and bring my own cultural perspective to it as well. But women tend to be permission seeking in how they approach things, right? Versus men tend to be a little bit more societally, just can come in and say, this is what we need to do, and then like rally people around it. And so I think that was something that I had to fundamentally change about my personality. And it is something I've heard a lot of women talk about, right? That in order to drive people in a certain direction, you need to make sure you don't seem like you're constantly permission seeking. I'd say in ways that it has actually played to my advantage is women tend to have greater empathy towards certain causes or specific topics. Again, all of this, I bet there are men listening to it who are also empathetic. So it's not one or the other, but as a generalization. And I would say that helped me a lot with being able to say, this is my consumer. I feel deeply passionate about who that consumer is and what I need to go and do and achieve for that consumer. I would also say that because we are in this era where we're operating from a playing field where enough women have not been represented, and we're trying to get more women to be represented. So that comes with its own opportunities. There are people who are out there seeking diversity. And so when you are in their path, automatically bigger opportunities come your way. I think the other area where women as product leaders really tend to have an impact is the managerial style as well as building a product culture. I would say women are often primed to be listeners because you automatically tend to want to take in diverse perspectives and opinions into what you're trying to build. So that also lends itself really well to being able to listen to a consumer, being able to take in a lot of different perspectives and try to bring that together.
To continue getting these insights on product management, subscribe below to Product Advisors, and don't forget to like this video.